There we go. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Nadine?
Good morning. I'm absolutely fabulous. Thank you. How are you?
Also, over the moon. It's such a beautiful day. And you know what? We've got so many opportunities and possibilities to look forward to today. So there we go.
Absolutely. And congratulations, you made it. You're in your new apartment or home.
Yes.
Um, that's such a wonderful manifestation of doing what we read here. So there you go. Your next level is here. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Really amazing.
It's so beautiful to actually be in a place that you've dreamt about. I visualized where I wanted to be, what I wanted. I put my energies into it, and it's here. It's finally here. It's just so gorgeous.
Amazing. Yes. Also, when I'm fantasizing about what's the best thing or the experiences I want to have, so somewhere I put them on a paper. And then my husband was kind of mentioning, let's go to vacation in Valais, that's a region in Switzerland. I was like, oh yeah, okay, nice. He wanted to see this part. And then I was researching what we can do there. And there is a underground lake where you can go by boat, and there is river rafting, all kinds of places, and there is beautiful, stunningly beautiful hikes, and sometimes it's just like someone gives you a hint where to go or what to do, and then there is a treasure of thing opening up, and like, oh, I wanted to river raft anyway, and I wanted to do this, and wow, an underground lake to go by boat, like that sounds magical. And so many things, so many magical things come to your life just because,
Yeah.
and just because we're really putting our mind on having those wonderful experiences.
Absolutely. And you know what? It is now new moon also. So this is where all the opportunities for manifesting now, this is the time of the month that you just like put your energies out there. But remember, you've got to remember, you've got to keep your idea, your whole energy, your whole emotions linked to the wish fulfilled. Right. And that comes from a different book we're reading. But anyway,
Yes, yes, but it's that. So you want prosperity, all you have to do is to keep your mind on prosperity.
of course.
Let's just read that. I have it from yesterday. Let's divide it just for a little moment. This
This
one
book.
sentence, it stuck to me. This is from The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. So listen, it's about free will. The question is often asked, what should be done between the assumption of the wish fulfilled and its realization? Nothing.
Mm,
It's a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can do anything to aid the realization of your desire. So go ahead, and you want prosperity, go ahead and visualize what that is. And it can be so many things. For Jackie, it was her dream home downtown Dublin. For me, it was vacationing in all kinds of magical places. So there is so many things that you just can have. So all you have to do is to know what your prosperity is, what you're looking for. Keep your attention, keep your mind on
focused. Yeah.
this, yeah, focused on what you want, and that's it.
But we often confuse the word focus with that, oh, I've got to have it. I've got to have it now. I've got to.
Yeah.
I'm going to relate this to, parking. When you say, I want my perfect parking space, and you're not attached to that outcome, and that's the key there, that attachment. You're not focused on, I'm going to get it. I'm going to do this. It's, I want it done. This is how it's going to be. But this is the feeling I'm going to feel when it's achieved. And that feeling of, oh my gosh, look at this beautiful home I have now. That is where you hold. So that feeling that I have now of this, wow, it's mine, is
Yeah.
is what you're holding on to the whole time, you know? Not the material, not the physical aspect of it.
Yes, exactly. It's the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So there we
Mm-hmm.
go. That's the focus your attention on the feeling of the wish fulfilled.
Yeah. So there.
But then there are emotional complexes, and this is the theme of today. What are those emotional complexes? Because then always our thoughts come in, worry, doubt, all of this. Like, how can I have a home? Like, what if I move? What about my friends? What about, the forest I go to run? So where will I? All those things.
Yeah,
You'll find, like, everything is here for a solution. But those emotional complexes are here. So let's put them in place. Let's recognize and acknowledge that we have them and work them out.
Exactly. All right. So I'm going to read halfway down page 108. Do you recognize your emotional complexes, depressions, repressions, and inhibitions for what they are? Acknowledge them and tune them out. That's the important part. Tune them out. Mentally reject these false beliefs until you're absolutely free of them. It makes no difference how much you know about metaphysics, nor how many affirmations you have memorized. You will continue to suffer until you tune out of the mental causes of your suffering. Jesus said, "Be not overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good." Prepare your mind for the reception of good by first tuning out of the evil. Make your confession before the mirror, just as though you were talking face to face with God. So that's important. That mirror work is important, to look at yourself and feel the feeling of achievement, feel the feeling of success, and hook onto that. Keep talking until you have uncovered and phrased every disturbing thing in your life. So that's what he means by being aware of when you're allowing all that negativity into your mind. Begin your heart-to-heart talks by using such statements as, "I now demolish all the discordant and untrue records in my subconscious mind. They shall return to the dust heap of their native state of nothingness. I will be done once and for all with the past negatives of my life. They must not pass." I like that.
They must pass. They must pass away.
Yeah, exactly. They mustn't pass into me. I appeal to Infinite Spirit to open my mouth and to deliver me of all the old foulness, pestering sores, burdensome loads that have weighed me down these past years, to bring me release and relief, and to lead me beside the still waters. Wow. You may have to have these heart-to-heart talks with yourself many, many, many times because of the persistence of negative thoughts, feelings, and suggestions. They are bound to return, but you are not bound to accept them. You can always think away from them, can always reverse them. You can expel them just as easily as you shake the dandruff from your coat collar. And that's exactly it. That's a physical action, and you can actually do that yourself. Okay, Joe Dispenza loves the word change. When you recognize that you're having that thought, you just go, change.
Yeah, I love that. Yes.
Just make them of no importance. Treat them with indifference and unconcern. Challenge each one of them with the command of Jesus. Get thee behind me, Satan. When an unwanted thought or suggestion comes, reverse it. Tune it out by putting an opposite desirable thought in its place. That's it. Catch your thoughts and just say, okay, no, I'm going to focus on the wish fulfilled, rather, that emotion. You recall that St. Paul said, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us." Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
So how much more do you want to read, Nadine? Because now it's the second method is based on the same principle as the first, and both go back to the process used in changing the basic thought. It is merely a matter of substituting a good pattern for a bad one.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's so easy said and such a way to go to actually do it, because we have to actually become aware and catch those thoughts. The thing is, Bob always say, you don't know what you don't know. And I think that's the point. We don't know what we don't know. I remember now that a situation where 6 or 7 years, it's already more, but it's more than 7 years now. There was a situation, I was very angry. And then I was like, but that doesn't define me. Like, I'm still a good person. I was talking to myself. And then, but I had all this anger in me. And I was like, but that doesn't do anything to me. And now looking back at the time, that was like, at that situation, that was the vibration I was in. And I didn't think that this is affecting me. I really didn't think that this is affecting my work and everything. And that was the current level of consciousness I had at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now I realize, in this state of anger, of course it's affecting my work. Like, how could it not?
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, like when I was in that situation, I wasn't aware of anything else.
Correct.
So I had to understand these practices. And that's how we, like, when we speak about next level and stuff, it's like, it's not something that you arrive on this next level and say, oh, nice. Like, sometimes you see it, like the new house. But emotionally, it's not that you realize it, but it's just about, like, I cannot go into such states of anger anymore. It's not possible. And only when I'm above that, I can see, oh, that was a different level. I was at a different level. But I couldn't see myself, like, I could visualize myself out of it, but I wasn't out of it until I'm out of it.
Correct.
So that's very important to keep that in mind, because every one of us, including us, including our mentors, we all have work to do. That's why we're here on this earth plane.
Every day.
And to think like I'm fine, that's ignorance. That's just understanding, like not understanding what we are even talking about. So let's look at what makes me feel not at my highest good. Like every little thing. I was thinking, why don't I like to organize my house? I like it after if it's organized, right? If it's clean and everything, but I don't like to do it. And I still have a lot of emotions that I know I have to overcome. I'm currently in this process of figuring out why I even have those emotions, because I have at least 2 coachees who, when they're in a situation where they feel not good, they go and organize their house, and that makes them feel good. So I know that it's possible to think and feel about this differently. And so my question for myself is, how can I get there? How can I love to organize? Like, oh, there's things lying around, now I'm going to organize them, not like, oh, okay, look, it's time I have to organize this again, right? So it's not affecting me, but it's affecting me, you know what I mean? So and so everyone has his corners and shadow sides to get in order. Let's do the work.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly. So for next time, we have assignments from the book here. So next time you tune in, get yourself something to write. And we will not be back. Oh, we will be back next week. We will be here together, I think, from the train. We're going to do this on the train, where both Jackie and I are driving from Zurich to Basel to see Dr. Jody Spencer. How amazing is this? And this also, just that you all know, was also a manifestation. We were reading his book, and then there was an event in the UK where Jackie signed up, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was also your, like, in 2022, I'm going to see Joe. And then he canceled the event in the UK. And I was like, why don't we just invite him? Sorry?
He cancelled twice on me. He cancelled Dublin and the UK.
Yes. And then we were talking, and then we saw that he only has events overseas in the Americas, North and South. And then we were like, let's just invite him over. And actually the event that we're going, it's organized by someone else. That's why it's not even on his page. But there is an event here in Switzerland. So how amazing is this? And
so time next week,
that's
with you, and we'll be reading this book, but we'll be on our way to Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I'm so excited.
Yes, absolutely. So let's close with this. Think about, what is prosperity for you? Is it an event? Is it a senior mentor figure that comes to your country, to your place? Is it to have a nice,
is it a love
magical spot? Yeah.
Awesomeness. Thank you,
Yes.
Nadine. That was so
Thank
beautiful.
you. And with that, you too can be prosperous.
Awesome. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Love to be here. Love to have your comments and likes on this video and to see you prospering. Bye.